I'm Mike Morgan.
I'm Mike Smith.
We're here today to introduce you to Advanced Adjusting and some of our capabilities in the industry.
What year did we start?
I think we started in 2005, Mike. We were in the middle of Katrina. We contracted with a couple of different vendors in the industry, or carriers. Worked flood claims for Katrina, and it's just been a wild ride since.
After Katrina, from the fallout from Katrina, we did some litigation management also.
We did.
NFIP flood.
We did. Worked out very good. We partnered up with NCT Law and did a lot of the litigation against the PAs and helped support a lot of the WIOs that we worked with.
Right. And since then, we've just continued to grow.
We have. Kind of give you some background of our company. The investors of Advanced Adjusting were very entrenched in the crop insurance industry. They've wrote programs for the federal crop package and now control probably a third of the crop insurance industry in the United States. I think they have somewhere in the vicinity of 80 programmers that are on board. A bunch of them are here in Amarillo with us as well and help program for Advanced Adjusting.
So any software enhancement that we want, we don't go outside.
No, everything is handled internal. We write our own programs, do our own app development. What we've done for the flood industry is develop the app that has really excelled with the adjusters, and then we've also developed the underwriting app that is going well with one large carrier in the United States. We're doing 7 states now with them.
On the app side, we're focusing on NFIP flood to make that a streamlined process for the adjuster, as well as moving into the P&C market with apps for the adjuster as well as underwriting?
That's correct. The app process we started in, I guess, 2016, 17, somewhere in there. And it was built primarily for flood. And we do the prelim, advance payment, engineer request, primary, principal, photos, and adding the CWAP to it as we speak. It should be rolled out in 2 weeks.
Right.
Worked very well in the industry. Adjusters loved it. It took a lot of burden off the adjuster to go back to a hotel room and a cat and put all these together when they can do them on site, upload it. Made the carrier very happy because it improved the timelines, and bottom line is the insured is getting a faster, better product.
And it bought time for the adjuster as well.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
What are you thinking about for 2018? What kind of goals have you established for us?
In 2018, we've got very high goals set. We do feel like we're in an industrial revolution when it comes to technology, and that goes back to the development of the app, some of the claims tracking software that we've developed in the background as well. But I've made the comment, I want to be the next Bill Gates when it comes to the insurance industry. We are very much in tune to try to stay ahead of the competition with our technology aspects.
I think you mentioned paralleling Apple or something.
We did, yes.
Right.
Again, we want to be the #1 leader in the industry.
We've got some training goals that we've set for 2018. I know we are now a mentoring partner with NFIP, and I think it speaks highly of Advanced Adjusting that NFIP reached out to us to bring us into the mentoring program. They've expressed to us that it's going to be a new era in the NFIP with a moonshot that they're talking about, and that there's no doubt the adjuster capacity program, i.e. the mentoring program, will have to grow and become more robust.
It's very true. First off, a lot of the accreditation goes to you, Mike, for getting us into the mentoring program. I know we've sat with Marstead and Roy Wright and several of them and said, you know, the industry is lacking in flood adjusters greatly. We've sat at the vendor meetings with FEMA, and the conversation is, how do we do this? How do we get more? How do we build the roster? And we're stepping up to the plate with the mentor training, but it's going to be very in-depth. It's not the quick 2 or 3 days and you're out in the field. It's a lot of online training, classroom training, and then on-site training, hands-on.
Right.
And it's a pass or fail situation. But if you allow us to teach you, there's no failing going to happen.
Failure will not be an option.
Failure's not an option.
Okay.
You'll also be trained in those classes how to use our new technology and how it's going to ease your job.
Right. It'll be policy training as well as estimatics.
Yes.
Right. And that'll be forthcoming as we move forward towards hurricane season.
Yep.
That's going to cost a lot of money.
It is. Our investors have really stood behind me. There's been a couple of years where there hasn't been any major storms, and that doesn't mean that the lights are turned off. The bills keep coming, and we've done well over the past. We're with 40 different carriers now, and we do daily work, flood work, cat work, private flood work, underwriting inspections, litigation, file audits now. We've helped some companies that were going to be audited by FEMA. They've asked us to come in and go through files first before the FEMA audit happens.
Right.
To make sure that they've got everything in place. We have built a very good name in the industry for ourselves.
Didn't you mention a drone initiative that's going to be upcoming?
Rolling out this year. We've partnered with another company to start doing drone inspections. We truly believe that eventually there will be drone claims. That's a big hurdle to get over, but it is coming.
Or tell me about the social media that we participate in where people can find us.
We've got a young man that's top of the line at the social media side of it. You and I are too old to understand this.
That's not me.
We're still in the email and maybe Stone Age, but we have
Facts.
a gentleman that is keeping us in front of everybody via Facebook, LinkedIn, catadjuster.org. There's multiple facets that you'll see us. We've started implementing as well a weekly Magic Marker Monday, Field Trip Fridays, things of that nature. You'll see some small video clips starting to show up. You'll be able to find us on YouTube, some training snippets, and we try to keep them very simple and sweet and short where you don't get bored with them. We give you just one hot topic at a time. When we go to any of the conferences or we go into a carrier, we want to be a face that's known already in the industry without ever shaking a hand.
I can tell you, Mike, I'm looking forward to 2018 with the commitment that Advanced Adjusting has made not only to the industry, but is willing to make to adjusters that are willing to come on board for our training or for adjusters who are already trained that we can enhance and maybe take to the next level.
Well, Mike, we've, as you know, we've just moved into our new facility here in Amarillo. We've expanded in our square footage to where we can add people. We still have a facility downtown that, in a CAT operation, we open it up. It's already got cubicles set in it. Phone lines are dropped. Everything's ready to go. We're also, with our new technology in the app, we're offering that out to some of the other vendors that are our competitors today. But it's our way of increasing the whole industry. The industry's got to come up to 2018 and everybody perform more proficiently.
I remember when we met with the NFIP leadership team last year, they were impressed that we were willing to share our app development with the other vendors in the hopes that they would come on board and provide a benefit for their policyholders. the message has been for the past several years for the policyholders to be survivor-centric during the claims process, and Advanced Adjusting is doing everything they can do to make that happen.
You know, Mike, one of the things that I always use a big word on, and that's customer. Customer satisfaction is number one goal with us. Customer retention is another one that I preach and preach and preach. You know, I want the insured to send a carrier a letter that says, man, these guys did a bang-up job. I can't believe how well I got through this.
Right.
That's customer retention for us, because the carrier is going to remember that, and they're going to continue to use us.
So if you like what you've heard, check us out online on Facebook, the other social media sites, NACA, catadjuster.org.
So, Mike, are we going to have some meet and greets this year around the country? And tell me a little bit about some of your mentoring training that we got coming up, or certification classes that you'll be putting on.
Right. We're going to put together a meet and greet in the Philadelphia area, and hopefully follow that up with a mentoring program for a few days while we're there. Also upcoming, we already are scheduling a meet and greet in Humble, Texas. I believe it's the middle of April, and look forward to seeing a lot of participants there.
What is the meet and greet going to consist of, Mike?
The purpose of the meet and greet will be to have those adjusters who are not established already in the NFIP program, and or windstorm adjusters, come in and say hello to us, find out who we are, where we're headed, and what we have to offer, and find out if they're interested in taking their abilities to the next level adjuster by use of our training, as well as the apps that we've designed.
Is there going to be some demonstration of the app process while you're there?
Absolutely. It's not going to be a meeting. It's going to be a meet and greet. It's going to be, hi, how are you doing?
Great.
It's not going to be a lecture. It's not going to be sit down for this slideshow, but we will have a slideshow going that hopefully people will pay attention to.
Now, your Northeast meet and greet, are you doing a certification class as well there?
I want to do a certification class after our meet and greet, and that will be possibly geared toward those who are already in the program but have not attended a certification class this year, and in addition to that, a mentoring class.
Gotcha. Man, Mike, you've done a great job of putting training together this year. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So make sure you don't miss out on that. Join us for the meet and greets. You'll be able to have a demonstration of the apps. Come to the certification class. If you miss one in the Northeast, we have the ability to get you certified this year.